I think you like.
Hello and welcome to Read and Roll, the show where our special guest becomes the weary traveller, the weary adventure in a fighting fantasy choose-your-own-adventure gamebook. Before we introduce our guest for this evening, don't forget to do what the lovely lady at the beginning of the show told you to do. Click all the things, subscribe, notify, get a thumb, stick it right up on in there. Well, today, boys and girls, we've got a very special guest. He's a good friend of ours from the Chinwag. If you watch our show, the Chinwag on Tomby's channel. And we're going to just bring him in straight away, a man who needs no real introduction. It's our Abe. Hello, Abe. How are you doing today?
What's going on? Still breathing. Can't complain. How about yourself, Jack?
I am doing very well. I'm very excited and a little bit nervous to get this show on the road. We should give an honorary shout out to Yarnwich.
Yarny.
As she was the original pick for this show, the maiden voyage. But unfortunately, it ran into so many technical difficulties that we we couldn't get it going. But I hope you're ready for today's stream. It's going to be a bit of a janky one because, you know, it's like I say, it's the first stream and we haven't tested it thoroughly. We haven't got the format all complete. Although we're trying to be semi-professional here. Semi. Anyway. So,
I'm always a willing test subject as well, so I'm quite happy to be here.
I like being a guinea pig too.
Yeah.
I should preface before we begin that this stream is not endorsed by nor affiliated with Fighting Fantasy or Steve Jackson or Ian Livingston. So we are in no way affiliated with those, but it's more like an homage to them. So, at the moment, we've got two books to choose from. The first is The Vault of the Vampire, and the second is House of Hell. And although you did tell me what your choice was before the stream, if you wouldn't mind telling the audience what is your choice for this evening.
I'm going to go for the House of Hell.
A very good choice.
Yeah.
And so we're going to get into it almost pretty much straight away. And if I do this, there we go. Got you down the bottom, me on top, the way it should be. Have you got your dice roller up?
I do indeed.
Could you give it a test roll? Roll us 2 d6s, please. There we go. Isn't that fancy, boys and girls? Look at that.
That's luxury.
I don't like the color of the dice. I've got a different color of dice in my side. Mine are white dice. Don't know why yours are green.
Oh, mine is secondhand.
I wonder where those have been.
They were smuggled.
Like so many contraband. So, the House of Hell. It's a good one. We did go through the rules very briefly a little earlier on. And I've got it all worked out nice and fancy here, boys and girls. So this is all done in Microsoft Word. And so I can scroll through the book wherever I like. And I'm going to be reading the book, obviously. I'm going to be the games master. Abe is going to be our weary adventurer, I should say. And he also gets an adventure sheet. Oh, hang on. That's not good. That's not a good start. There we go. Hello. Hello, adventure sheet.
Marvelous.
So, you should get used to this. We're going to just minimize it for now. Now, obviously, there are some rules to this game that we did touch upon a little bit earlier. However, there are 3 added rules that I have added to the game myself, so that you, the chat at home, you can also be a part of this stream. So, like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I've added 3 lifelines. The lifelines are: ask the audience, in which, when a choice is presented, if you want to use that lifeline, you can ask the audience, and I will put a poll in the chat, and they will be able to vote on which they think you should go for. Now, you don't have to take their option, of course, but it's there as a little bit of a guide or a bit of a suggestion.
Yep.
The second one is backtrack. Now, as we go through the book, you'll be able to go from choice to choice to choice. But if you do make a choice that you don't like, and you have that lifeline available, all you got to do is say that you want to use a lifeline and you want to use the backtrack one, and we'll go back to the previous paragraph. But once it's gone, it's gone. And the third is phone a friend, essentially. It's the same as phone a friend. You get to choose one member of the audience to help you out on a choice. Which would they do? You know, what choice would they make? But like I said, for each session, once you've made the choice, that's it. Your choice is done. So let's get into it. So I'm gonna go through some of the rules, because this may be some people's first time in the chat seeing one of these game books, and they may not understand what it's about, basically. So I am going to touch upon quite a bit, and for the future shows, people can just come back and reference this one. So are you ready?
Yep.
Jolly good. Here we go then. So, the House of Hell. Taking refuge in the infamous House of Hell has to be the worst mistake of your life. The dangers of the torrential storm outside are nothing compared to the blood-curdling adventures that await you inside. Who knows how many hapless wanderers like yourself have perished within its gruesome walls? But be warned, tonight is going to be a night. Remember. How to survive the House of Hell. The House of Hell is a little different from previous fighting fantasy games. You start your adventure unarmed, with no provisions or potions, and you have to avoid being frightened to death. Before embarking on your adventure, you must first determine your own strengths and weaknesses. To see how brave, lucky, and resourceful you are, you must use the dice to determine your initial skill, stamina, and luck scores. On the following pages, there is an adventure sheet. Well, we've got that there. in the Dewberry Firkin.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be able to record your scores on there. Not mine. No, it's your game, not mine. You are advised.
No, I didn't bring a pencil.
Oh no! You are advised to either record your scores on the adventure sheet in pencil or make copies of the page. We don't need to do that. So, skill, stamina, and luck. Right, so we're going to be doing this in a second. Roll 1 die, add 6 to this number, and enter the total to the skill box on the adventure sheet. This is your initial skill score. In the adventure, your starting skill is less because you are unarmed, but you will have the opportunity to arm yourself, and we'll take a look at the weapons section in a second. Roll both dice, add 12 to the number, and this is the total stamina. There is also a luck box. Roll 1 die, add 6 to this number, and enter the total in the luck box. For reasons that will be explained, skill, stamina, and luck scores change constantly during an adventure. You must keep an accurate record of these scores. I'll be doing all that for you, don't worry.
Yeah.
And for this reason, you are advised either to write small in the boxes, but we don't need to worry about that because I've got an Excel spreadsheet, and eraser, etc., etc. Although you may be awarded additional skill, stamina, and luck points, these totals may never exceed your initial scores, except on very rare occasions where you will be instructed on a particular page. Your skill score reflects your general fighting expertise. The higher, the better. Your stamina score reflects your general constitution, your will to survive, your determination and courage. The higher your stamina score, the longer you will have to survive. Your luck score indicates how naturally lucky a person you are. Luck and evil are facts of life in the devilish domain you are about to explore. You will often come across pages in the book which instruct you to fight ghosts, ghouls, men, and beasts. An option to flee may be given, but if you choose to attack the creature anyway, you must resolve the battle as described below. Now, we went through this a little bit earlier, didn't we?
Yeah.
In the test session. And so just for the audience at home, I'm going to still read through it.
Yep.
So you have to roll both dice once for the creature and add its skill score. The total is the creature's attack strength. Roll both dice for yourself and add the number rolled to your skill score. This is your total attack strength. You'll have to excuse me, boys and girls at home, as well, because I can actually hear myself and there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm speech jamming myself, so I'm having a hard time reading and speaking at the same time. If your attack strength is higher than that of the creature, you have wounded it, and then you proceed to step 4. If the creature's attack strength is higher than yours, it has wounded you. Proceed to step 5. If both attack strengths are the total, if both attack strengths totals are the same, you have avoided each other's blows and you start the next attack round. In step 4, if you have wounded the creature, you have to subtract 2 points from its stamina score. You may use luck to add additional damage. The creature, in step 5, the creature has wounded you, so subtract 2 points from your own stamina score. Again, you may use luck at this stage. Make the appropriate adjustments to either the creature's score or your score, and if you use luck, to the luck score. And then we begin the next attack round by returning to your current by returning to your current skill score and repeating steps 1 to 6. This sequence continues until the stamina of either you or the creature has reduced to 0. Now, one of the more unusual features about this game, which is not in other game books, is the fear score. As well as surviving the adventure by ensuring your stamina never drops to 0, in the House of Hell you must also avoid being frightened to death. Before you begin your adventure, roll 1 die and add 6 to its result. This total will give you the maximum fear score you can bear. Your fear score is the number of points you can take before being frightened to death. During your adventure, you will come across situations where you must, for example, add 1 or 2, etc. fear points. Your fear starts at 0 and you must add fear points as instructed by the text. If your fear score reaches the maximum, as rolled initially, then you are frightened to death and you must end your adventure. Note that the fear works in the opposite way to the normal skill, stamina and luck scores. Start with 0 and increase your fear score towards your maximum rather than subtracting, as you do with other scores. Escaping. On some pages, you may be given the option of running away from a battle should things be going badly for you. However, if you do run away, the creature automatically gets in 1 wound on you, and you subtract 2 stamina points as you flee. Such is the price of cowardice. Note that you may use luck on this wound in the normal way, and you may only escape if that option is specifically given to you on the page. Right. Usually, so fighting more than one creature, usually you'll have to fight them in turn. So you destroy one creature and then you move on to the next one. Sometimes it will ask you to fight both at the same time. That's only sometimes though.
Mm-hmm.
You begin the House of Hell adventure with no weapon. As with other fighting fantasy adventures, your skill score reflects your combat ability with a weapon. So before you start off on your adventure, deduct 3 points from your skill score and note this starting skill. Do not, however, change your initial skill, as this is used to determine the maximum skill you have, and is also used if you must make rolls against your skill. If you find a weapon, which will be identified in capital letters, during your adventure, the text will tell you how many skill points to add to the weapon. These points are added to your starting skill and not your initial skill. Okay? And then at various times you can use luck during the adventure. And you roll 2 dice. If the number rolled is equal to or less than your current luck score, then you have been lucky. If it is higher, then you are unlucky. It's tough titty. Using luck in battles. When you're in a battle, you can use luck. If you are lucky, then you damage more to the creature and you can deduct 2 points from them. However, if you are unlucky, they add an extra 2 points, or they take an extra 2 points from your stamina instead. However, if they damage you and you want to test your luck, you can reduce the stamina that is deducted from your stamina score. There we go with the speech jamming again. And you can reduce it by 1. Where were we? Yeah, so we'll deal with that as we get there. Restoring your skill, stamina, and luck scores may change. Sorry. Your skill, stamina, and luck scores may change during your adventure. Your skill will increase from starting skill if you find a weapon. Your stamina will drain as you fight creatures, and may be restored by eating or resting as instructed by the text. Your luck will run out as you must deduct 1 luck point each time you test your luck. Occasionally, a particularly lucky find or an encounter may restore some of your luck. Your fear score is built up as you go through the adventure. Each time you get frightened, you will add your fear score. Occasionally, when you get the opportunity to relax, the text may instruct you to deduct points from your fear score. Note that any bonuses you are awarded can never be used to exceed your initial skill, stamina, or luck scores, nor make your fear a minus number. So here are some hints on play. There is one true way through the House of Hell, and it will take you several attempts to find it. Make notes and draw a map as you explore. Maybe I should have told you that before we started the stream. Make notes, get a pen and some paper.
Nah, we'll do it live.
We'll do it live. Oh yeah, usually I have blurps enabled on the stream, but there is absolutely no way that I was going to be able to have blurps on the stream. So I'm sorry, Legatus. I know you wanted them, but it's tough today. So make notes. This will be invaluable in the future adventures and enable you to progress rapidly through the unexplored sections. Remember to make a note of any advice you receive and write down any messages or special reference numbers you are given. Some rooms are death traps and others are chambers of horror. Be warned. It will be realized that entries make no sense if read in numerical order. So that means you can't just go from chapter 1 to chapter 2 to chapter 3, because you've got to bounce from chapter to chapter to chapter. That sort of thing. Okie dokie. Now, before we get into the background, I'm just going to take a quick look, because I can see that the chat has been going quite wild. And so, first of all, we're going to say hello to the chat. So, we're going to say hello to Legatus Legionis. And we got Figgy in the chat. And we got Daily Dysfunction. Hi, Daily. And we've got Abe. Who's that?
I don't know. I've heard of him.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And we've got a guy who is sleepy. And who else? We got Steve. Hello, Steve. It's Davyverse as well. Anvek, a pleasure to see you. First time in my chat. But I've seen you in other chats. I remember you from Jesse's streams, The Common Nerd. And who else we got? We got Robert Harvey. Welcome to the chat, everybody. It's good to see you all. Thank you for joining us. So, I think first things first. Okie dokie. So, Abe, are you ready to start your adventure?
I am.
Excellent. So, first things first, we're going to do your initial skill. So I need you to roll 1d6, please. That's a 3, so add 6 to that. We'll give you 9 points. So that's your initial skill. Now, can you roll 2d6, please? 12 plus 12, 24. That's even better than the test.
Nice.
That's like
Yeah.
top score.
Yeah. Sweet.
Excellent. You can't get better than that. So now 1d6 for your luck, please. 3 plus 6, that's 9. And we need to do 1d6 for your fear score. 4 plus 3, that's 7. There we go.
It's not bad. Not bad.
It's not bad. However, I'm pretty sure I remember the rules saying that after we've done your initial skill, we must deduct 3 from your skill score.
Yeah.
So that we
I'm
can
unarmed.
have... Yeah, because you're unarmed. So I'm going to... Let's just...
Is that
Copy
initial
the
or current
format.
now?
So this is your current... That's what... sorry, it's your starting skill. So we'll just say... I forgot to add this in. We'll put that there. Use the format painter to... There we go. It looks fancy now, doesn't it? There we go. That's your
Nice.
starting skill. So we'll just add all of these in here as well, because these are your actual current scores. And the fear one is 0, because that's where you start. You start with...
Mhm.
Ooh, Robert Harby, subscribe. Thank you, Robert. Pleasure to see
Nice.
you.
Nice
Excellent.
to see you, Rob.
As it said, you start with no equipment, nothing, or anything like that. We can put some notes in here for you. There's no problem with that. When was you going to say something?
No.
Okie dokie. Let's have us see, because I kind of feel like you're a little bit quiet.
Yeah.
Edit mic settings. Say hello again to the chat, please.
Hello, chat.
There we go. That'll do. That'll be right.
Sweet.
Okay. So, you can request to have the adventure sheet shown at any time you like. Okay, so all you got to do is say,
Okay.
can you show me the adventure sheet, please?
Yep.
But if you don't say please, I'm not going to do it. Okay. But it's just as simple as that. It'll just pop up and down like that, ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's up to you. We can have the roll logs on or off. We don't have to have the roll log there. It's just to, help you with what the last score was.
We can take it off for now, I guess.
Okie dokie. Right then. Guess we better get into the House of Hell. Are you ready,
Do
Abe?
it. Let's do it.
Excellent. Let's do this. Oh, hang on. I just wet me whistle first. Terrible coffee, that.
Oh. Luxury.
So, have you been for a wee and everything? You're able to sit here for 2 hours and or an hour and a half now and not go for a piss?
I might have to pop out for a second at some point, but
That's okay. Just let me know if you need to stop at any time, and we can stop, and I'll keep the chat occupied. Right then.
Okey-doke.
So, the background. The rain spatters the windscreen relentlessly. You can see no more than a watery gloom as you strain forwards over the steering wheel to see the road ahead. Although the wipers flap valiantly, they are fighting a losing battle as the rain drives harder and harder. Your foot eases off the accelerator. The headlights struggle to light the the road ahead. Damn, you curse. The white-haired old man who sent you off along this bumpy track. Probably he meant the second turn on the left. Or even the right turning. The old fool. Perhaps this is his idea of a joke. After all, didn't you notice his mischievous glint in his eye? It's kind of like me, really. Something vaguely sinister. But what sort of nonsense is this? So you've taken a wrong turn and got caught in a downpour at night. The rain will ease off soon. It can't possibly keep up this deluge for long, and you'll be able to... Watch out! You spin the wheel frantically and to the left to avoid a figure who from nowhere shows up in the headlights. The car bumps and jolts as it bounces over the rocky roadside and thumps into a ditch. You collect your thoughts. You are unhurt but shaken. Then you remember what happened. The body. You must have hit the figure which appeared. There was no way you could have avoided them. You spring out of your car praying that they're still alive. Your clothes soak up the rain as you hobble back to the road. In the darkness, it's difficult to see anything, but there's no sign of the body. You consider the situation. Are you certain that it was someone and not a trick of the light? Yes, you can remember the arms held up in fright as the car collided, and the look of anguish on their face. His face. We're just men. We're just normal men, Abe.
Innocent men.
There was something familiar about that face. A man you recognized, an old man with white hair. Your heart leaps. No, impossible. With a shiver of fear, you race back to the car, jump inside, force the key into the ignition, just jam it right in there and twist it violently, ladies.
Mm-hmm.
The starter coughs and splutters and dies. You hit the key again, but this time a single shudder is all the engine can manage. You grasp the wheel with your hands and shake it desperately as if it was a British nanny. As if to force some life into the car. But the battery is dead. Your car is certainly not budging from the ditch tonight. Your situation is hopeless. But now the plight of your car is paramount. Where can you get help? You passed a garage at Mingleford, but that was some 20 miles away. As if in answer, a light appears in the distance. Someone has switched on a bedroom light. What a stroke of luck! It was at least 15 miles back that you passed the last house. You happen to have a broken down just a short distance from someone's home. You button up your coat and open the door. From outside the car, you can see the building more clearly. Just ahead, on the left, a drive winds up to a large house. It's a good 5 minutes walk away, and by the time you reach it, you will be drenched. But how else can you call a garage? You can't afford to miss tomorrow's appointment. No, you must. Anyway, you'll probably be able to dry off inside after phoning the garage. You slam the door, turn up your collar, and set off for the house. A flash of lightning lights it up clearly for you. In your preoccupation with the rain, the warning from above is wasted on you. The house is very old, in a shocking state of repair. The light in the window is flickering, most likely an oil lamp, certainly not electric, and you don't notice a fact that might have turned you back anyway. There's no telephone line going to the house. As you climb the steps to the front door, little do you realize what fate has in store for you. Tonight is going to be a night to remember. You're gonna get raped.
Nice.
This is what every girl wants, right?
Yeah.
What I want.
Maybe.
Anyway. So
We're just men. Normal
We're
men.
just men.
We're innocent men.
Just innocent men trying to get to the garage. Now turn over. Yeah, that's right, Anvek. Now turn over. There's a frightening phrase. Right then, so, chapter 1. You climb the creaking steps up to the front door and pause to catch your breath. Even though you ran all the way up the drive from the car, you are soaked through. Your feet are particularly wet. Judging by the number of puddles you stepped into in the dark, the drive needs a small fortune spending on repairs. But under the porch, you are out of the storm. You brush the rain from your clothes before turning towards the door. The rain is still pelting down, but an eerie silence hangs in the air. No lights are on downstairs. You step back off the porch to check the upstairs window, which attracted your attention earlier. Nothing. No lights. The whole place seems to be deserted. Desert. But then you remember the time. 5 minutes to midnight. Everyone in the house has probably gone to bed. An owl hoots in the distance, and a shiver runs down your spine. The situation is a little scary. Here you are, in the middle of nowhere, at some strange, run-down old building, about to wake up whoever lives inside at midnight. They certainly won't be too pleased. But you have no choice if you are going to make your appointment tomorrow. You must reach a telephone to call for help. You step up to the front door. From the left-hand side of the house, a dull glow catches your attention. A light has been turned on. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least someone is awake. You consider your options. There is an elaborate knocker.
Lol.
In the middle of the door, and a bell pull hanging down to the right. So, your first choice out of 3. Will you rap on the door with the knocker, pull the cord, or creep around the house to investigate the light?
Well, as keen as I am on knockers, let's pull the cord.
Okie dokie, here we go. Oh, I'm just going to put in the what's it as well, our last location, just in case you want to backtrack.
Yeah.
So right now we're at 275. So you grasp the rope and pull. From the depths of the house you hear a tinkling noise, and the light comes from the side of the window goes out. So we just have to turn to 375. A few moments later, the door handle turns slowly and the door opened. Standing in the doorway is a tall man dressed in a dark suit with tails. His long face is solemn. Yes, he asks indignantly. Or maybe I should have done it a different way. Yes, he asks indignantly. You smile nervously and you explain your situation. Your car is broken down. You need to reach a telephone and you are soaked to the skin. The man's face remains expressionless. Come in, he orders. The master is expecting you. Follow me. He leads you into the reception hall and tells you to sit down while he informs his master of your arrival. Turn to page 8. We've got a couple more choices coming up here, so I'm going to add that to the log.
Okay.
You sit down in a solid carved chair and look around. The reception hall is certainly not what you would have expected from the outside. It is elegantly decorated with rich tapestries and fine oak panels. A number of portraits line the wall. A sturdy 16th century table is set against one wall. Will you wait for your host to arrive, study the paintings, or hunt for a telephone?
I think I'm going to study the paintings.
Interesting choice. Right. Study the paintings. Turn to 304. Three portraits are particularly interesting. Will you look at a beautiful young woman wearing a tiara, a middle-aged portly gentleman wearing half-moon glasses, or an elderly woman with grey hair and a cold expression?
Okay, the first one is definitely got to be bait. The third one is too creepy. So I'm going to go for the middle-aged portly gentleman.
Very good. Here we go then. 37. You study the portrait of the Duke of Brewster, 1763 to 1828. A rather elegant sort of chap, you think, as you stare at him. But suddenly you jump back. You could swear his eyes were moving. A moment later, your suspicions are confirmed. His eyes are definitely moving, directing your attention towards one of the doors in the hall. What is happening? Your car breaks down and suddenly you are in an elegantly decorated derelict house with moving portraits. Will you sit back in the chair and wait for your host to return, or try the handle on the door that the portrait is looking at? You may, if you wish, look at another painting. Now, I just want to remind you, at any point, you can ask me to bring up the adventure sheet, and I will add notes to that if you want me to add notes to that. You still have 3 lifelines if you want to use those.
I mean, the place kind of sounds like Hogwarts right now. I'm going to look at another painting.
Are you sure?
I am sure.
That's your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Who wants to be a millionaire? Right, 250. You step up to a portrait of the Duchess of Brewster, 1777 to 1845. She looks a stern old woman with an icy stare, a lady of nobility, no mistake. But as you stare, her image seems to shimmer. You blink and try to look away, but you cannot. Within the shimmering face, you can see small movements, and your jaw drops as the portrait's eyes turn towards you. Add 1 fear point for the fright. Oh, bugger.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. I'm slightly concerned.
Mate, you've only got 7 fear points. You've got 6 left now, and that's it. You're a goner.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. I'll put the adventure sheet back down. The woman's lips start to move, and you hear a voice saying, "Stranger, you have innocently stumbled into a cursed place. Would that I could bid you escape, but alas, you cannot. There is evil and suffering within these walls, and you may only escape by destroying it. But that is almost impossible. I can tell you this, though. You have an ally close by who may be able to help. This man is dressed in a grey robe. If you can find him, you may together free this house from the evil that controls it." With these words, the shimmering stops. You rub your eyes and look again. The painting is still. Turn to 277. So, would you like to add anything to the adventure sheet?
Nope.
Okie dokie.
I'm looking for a bloke in a grey robe. Let's roll.
Footsteps! Someone is coming! The tall man you met earlier walks in, opening the door for another tall man dressed in a purple smoking jacket. May I present Lord Kelnor, the Earl of Druma, the butler announces. The Earl holds out his hand and you shake it. His grip is strong and his eyes pierce yours. His lips widen to a soft smile. You begin to tell him of your predicament, but he holds up his hand. Please! I can see that you have been caught in this filthy storm. Let us sit by the fire and we will see whether we can help. Franklins, tell the cook to prepare some food for our visitor. You protest that you do not wish to be any trouble, but your host ignores you and leads you into the drawing room, where a fire is burning. You take off your coat and sit down. The heat of the fire makes you feel comfortable once more. Franklin's returns with 2 glasses of brandy. Will you relax, drink the brandy and ask if you can use the telephone, turn to 394, or will you wait to see what he has... or will you wait to see what he asks you?
Well, I'm 90% sure that drink's gonna be roofied, so I'm gonna wait to see what he asks me.
Excellent choice. Your host is a little annoyed by your nervousness. Come, he says, there's no need to be afraid. Has your little accident caused you to lose your nerve? Drink your brandy. You'll soon forget your fears. As you watch him, your mind begins to play tricks on you. Is his expression one of genuine concern for your welfare, or is there a hint of something secretive in his eyes and smile? You shiver, and your fear of the situation is evident. Add 1 fear point. A short while later, Franklin appears. Oh no, I should do that now, actually. Add 1 more fear point.
Oh no,
You're going to be dead before you know it.
I'm slightly vexed now.
You're tuttling. A short while later, Franklin appears. Your meal is served, sir, he says to the Earl. You both rise and go into the dining room. Turn to 309. The dining room looks magnificent. A long table stretches between 2 fine chairs and is laid with gleaming silver... That's not right. Silver... Live editing. Live editing. Silver cutlery. A rich red wallpaper covers the walls and the room is lit by a sparkling chandelier bristling with candles, which hangs on the ceiling. Because that's the usual place for chandeliers. Fuck's sake.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're not going to find them on the floor, are you?
Well, unless you're Del Boy.
Well, there is that
That's
one
a British
episode.
joke.
Yeah.
You take your seat and the butler moves behind you to offer you wine. Will you take the wine, or the white wine, turn to 269, giggity, or the red wine, turn to 395?
Generally, I'm more of a red man. But
So is that your choice?
That could be anything. It'd be nice if I could observe the viscosity of the liquid first.
Well, I hate to tell you, mate, but they don't provide that detail here, so you've got what you've got on the page.
I know, it's terrible, isn't it? Forcing people to rely on their imaginations. Yeah, I'm going to take the red.
Don't forget, you've still got 3 lifelines. You can ask the audience, you can backtrack. Well, there's no point in really backtracking to the last one, because it was one choice. But nevertheless, so you're going to take the red?
I'll take the red.
Okie dokie. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure I'd added it to the adventure sheet. Hang on. Not adventure. Yeah, the adventure sheet. 395. Lovely. Okay. The wine is impeccable, a fine vintage. Soup follows, and then you may choose either lamb, duck, or for your main course, or you can tell your host that you've already eaten and you are not hungry. So, duck, lamb, or you're not hungry.
Well, I mean, I've technically already had a liquid lunch there, so I'm going to have to tell him that I'm not hungry.
Yeah. Thanks for the hospitality and getting your butler to, make a meal in the middle of the night. I know I didn't ask for it, but, I'm going to have to turn it down. So is that what you're going for? You're not hungry?
Let's ask the audience.
Oh, lovely. Fantastic. Right then.
Let's give it a go.
So, we're going to start a poll in the... What's it? Oh, hang on. What's up with YouTube? Like... Oh, add option. How do I change options? Oh, okay, there we go. Duck. Lamb. Or no thank you. Right. Start your voting now, folks. This should be interesting. Oh, actually, I've got a sound for that, haven't I? Hang on. Wait for it. Yeah, listen. Banger.
There we go. Nice.
How many people we actually got in the stream? And that should determine. So we've got 7 people watching and we've got 7 votes. So I believe that's all of them.
Yeah, everybody voted.
So
cool.
It looks like everyone's saying no thank you. Or I say everyone, at least 43% said no thank you. So do you want to continue with your choice of no thank you, or would you prefer to choose from lamb or duck?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with my initial thoughts, and I'm going to say no thank you.
Excellent. Right, okay. So you have used 1 lifeline now. Just going to add that to the adventure sheet, if you give me a second. Okie dokie. The Earl is outraged. How could you allow him to go to all of the trouble of preparing a meal? You see, I told you. I've read this one before. How could you allow him to go to the trouble of preparing a meal and then refuse to eat it? Will you apologize to him and take the duck? Or will you have the lamb? Or will you apologize for the inconvenience, yet still refuse to eat?
I'm going to have to refuse to eat. I made a choice. Thank you.
I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of integrity. Okie dokie. So you will apologize for the inconvenience, but still refuse. The Earl rings for his butler, who appears in the room immediately. He must have been standing outside the bleeding door.
Oh, yeah.
Franklin's, our guest, has decided... What did you say?
He's listening in.
Yeah,
he's got like a glass against the door or something.
Franklin's, our guest has decided not to eat. Our hospitality has been refused. Deal with the situation. The butler nods and touches a button on the back of your chair. Clasps appear from the arms and snap closed across your wrists, holding you in place. You squirm to free yourself, but you cannot break their grip. Meanwhile, the butler has pulled a handkerchief out of his pocket and is shaking a pungent liquid into it from a glass bottle. You cannot avoid this as he holds a cloth over your mouth. Chloroform! You begin to lose consciousness. Now,
God damn it.
if you like, you've still got 2 lifelines, one of which is backtrack, where you can go back to the previous chapter.
Jack, I am a man of principle. I will wake up wherever I am.
Butt naked and chained to a bed.
I don't care what's stuck where. I said no. No means no. I don't care how delicious your food is.
It was a pretty nice rack of lamb. We do know how you enjoy a good rack.
I do love a good, yeah.
You're right, here we go then.
Racks, all great.
You open your eyes, your head is spinning, and it is some time before you are fully aware of the fact that your hands and feet are bound. The room you are in is empty, but you work out a plan. You will hop over to the window, break the glass, and use it to cut yourself free. Pulling yourself to your feet is awkward, but you manage it, and with a mixture of hops and shuffles, you arrive. There she was, just a walking. No, anyway. With a mixture of hops and shuffles, you arrive at the window. Outside, the wind is blowing the rain against the window pane. Will you go ahead and smash the window with your hands? Something of a risky business, or will you instead test your luck? If you wish to test your luck, turn to 136. If you do not wish to test your luck, turn to 360.
Do you know what? I'm going to test my luck.
Well, bloody hell. Here we go. So,
here we go. Let's do it.
What I'm going to need you to do... oh, bugger. Hang on. We're at page 173. I can't remember how many points you're supposed to bleeding add. Some kind of games master I am, eh? Ah, yes, so rolling 2 dice. So let's bring up your adventure sheet.
Okey-doke.
And if you would please, sir, roll 2d6.
Okay.
A 5 and a 2, that equals 7, which means you are lucky. So,
Marvellous.
we will deduct 1 luck point from your current luck. There we go, you've got 8 now. So next time when you roll for luck, it will have to be lower than 8. Okay? Yeah. So you wish to test your luck, and we go to 136. Were you lucky or unlucky? If you were lucky, you will manage to escape the splintering glass without harm. If you were unlucky, you lose 2 stamina points. Turn now to 317. So
you probably
we don't
have to put
deduct
the adventure sheet
my
away.
apologies.
Yeah.
My apologies. I'm new at this. I'm a virgin. Hey. Streaming.
Just an innocent man.
I'm just an innocent man, Abe. Just a normal man. So we don't have to deduct 2 stamina points, and we will turn to page 13317. You cut yourself free and massage your wrists to get the circulation moving again. They must have been tight.
Oh yeah, that's how I like it.
Then you walk over to the door and try it. It is not locked. You try the handle, open it a little, and look outside. Your room is on a first floor landing. Facing the door is a balustrade, and looking over the banisters, you can see the entrance hall below. To your left, there are 2 doors in the corner of the landing, which runs along to the right. If you wish to go that way, turn to 287. Looking to your right, the landing runs past another door and turns up to the left. To go that way, turn to 33. So which would you like to do? You can either go to your left. There are 2 doors in the corner of the landing which run along to the right. Or you can go to your right and the landing runs past another door and then turns to the left.
Let's go to the left where the 2 doors are.
Okie dokie. Just going to enter that paragraph in case you want to go back. Okie dokie, here we go. You walk up to the 2 doors in the corner of the balcony. The one on your left is named Balthus, and the one in front of you has no name. If you wish to enter the Balthus room, turn to 299. If you would rather go through the other door, turn to 86. If you choose to ignore these doors and continue round the landing, turn to 193.
Let's try the one... yeah, let's try the one with no name.
Okie dokie. The door opens into a narrow passageway which ends at a window. There is a door halfway along the left-hand side, and a sign on the door identifies it as the Diabolus Room. If you wish to try this door, turn to 13. If you wish to investigate the window instead, turn to 110. If you are not keen to do either and would prefer to go back through the door and continue along the landing, turn to 193. So, would you...
Let's have a look at the window.
Okie dokie. Enter that in there, 86. I'd like to actually get a more automated way of doing this, but I was working on some software to try and track it, because there's no... I looked online and there's nothing to deal with this kind of thing, you know, like tracking the numbers and all that kind of stuff. So I was trying to write my own thing, but for now, like I said, it's going to be janky.
Yeah.
So, investigate the window, yeah?
Yep.
Curtains are drawn across the window, and you approach cautiously. You gingerly pat the folds in the curtain and are relieved to find nothing there. Although they seem to be safe, you are still on your guard as you draw them apart. As you do so, a thunderclap booms outside and makes you jump. But you are safe, and perfectly ordinary window is uncovered. However, the heavy iron bars on the outside are a little worrying. Through the window you can see nothing but the rain running down the pane of the glass. But curiously, the rain is avoiding one area. Could it be that the wind is blowing the rain away in this one corner? You bend down to take a closer look. Written in the condensation, which has formed on the glass, is a message. You read the words, Mordana in Abdon. You repeat this message to yourself and then rub it off the window in case anyone else should see it. This message may be useful to you, and you will realize when it is. If later in your adventure you want to use this message, turn to reference 88. Do not turn there now, but just make a note of Morgana in Abdon and the reference 88. Now you must head back to the landing and turn left. So, would you like me to add that to the adventure sheet?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So it was Morgana in Abaddon 88. There we go.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Okay.
Okie dokie. You're doing well so far, Abe.
Oh,
I
cheers.
got to admit, you are really doing well so far.
And it's my first time too.
I'm just looking through the chat at the minute because obviously doing all of this,
Yeah.
I don't get to take a look at the chat at all. So I'm just because there's a lot of chats there. Like, there's no way that I'd be able to, like, that some of these messages are so stale now in regards to the story. Maybe I'm gonna have to maybe figure out a different way of doing that. Maybe I need a producer.
Maybe.
Maybe. But it's nice to see Crimson Shadow in the chat as well. And Atom Grey. Pleasure to see you both here. And Ryo, thank you for joining us. Who else we got here? Everyone else I've already said hello to. First time and got chloroformed. Classic Jack. Anvek knows me. Anvek knows me.
Yep.
Got to see if Abe survives. Most definitely. I am very surprised so far at how well you're doing. Anyway,
it's probably just because I'm a naturally paranoid person. So it's like I wouldn't. In real life, I wouldn't even bother approaching his house. I'd just think, 20 miles, that's like a 3 to 4 hour walk. I'll just walk. I don't want to talk to people.
Yeah. Garage? Stuff that means having to get out the car and do stuff. Yeah. Put petrol in. No way. Right, let's go. Let's continue the journey. A short distance further on, you come to the top of the main staircase which leads downwards. Immediately opposite the staircase is an unmarked door. Do you wish to go downstairs, try the unmarked door, or will you continue round the landing?
I think I'm going to try the unmarked door.
Do you remember what happened the last time? You did pretty well, actually. No, I was thinking of the... I was thinking about when you got chloroformed and nearly graped. Well, there's no saying that you didn't.
That's just because I was so ungrateful for the food they provided.
Okie dokie. So you want to try the unmarked door, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okie dokie, here we go. You step into a small storeroom and close the door behind you. There are shelves on the left and on the left and right walls, on which various household objects are stored. In front of you, in the wall facing the door, is another door. What do you want to do? Will you search through the things on the shelves, try the opposite door, or return to the landing?
Search the shelves.
Jolly good. Various items of crockery, cutlery, and food are kept in the storeroom, including a sharp meat knife, which you might like to hide under your coat and use as a weapon. In the future, this sharp knife will allow you to add 3 skill points in a fight. On one shelf, You find several cloves of garlic, which you may also take. There is also an unlabeled bottle of white liquid on another shelf.
White liquid? A bottle of white liquid?
Anyway, do you want to take the knife?
I'll take the knife, yes.
Okie dokie. I'm just going to add that to your adventure sheet. Would you like to take the garlic as well?
Yes.
I'm going to add the 3 points back. Or should I? No. Sorry. I'm going to add it in here. +3. Knife +3. And so you want to take the garlic as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, the choice is before you. If you would wish to drink the liquid, turn to 362. If you would prefer to ignore the liquid and try the door at the back of the storeroom, turn to 255. Your only other alternative is to leave by the door you entered and return to the landing, turn to 233.
Ignore the liquid and try the door.
Excellent. Excellent. You step out of the storeroom onto a hallway. To your left, the hallway ends at a door which leads to the Shaitan room. If you wish to try the door, turn to 200. Almost opposite is the Mammon room, which you may enter by turning to 123. Or if you are not interested in either of these, then you can go back to the landing through the storeroom.
Go back to the landing.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It could be beneficial to you to go through one of those doors. But you wish to go back to the landing.
Yeah, I'm not walking into any rooms that are named after demons.
Well, yeah, but I mean, just because it's got a demon's name on the door doesn't mean that there's like evil inside, surely.
I mean, the Shaitan room. Shaitan is literally the Arabic word for Satan. I'm out.
What about the Mammon room? What demon is that?
A silly one who sounds like somewhere between
Gammon.
Mammary and Mammoth, or Gammon.
It's a pig's
Silly
nipple.
demon. Yeah. Damn
Right, so
silly demons.
you're going back to the landing through the
Let's
storeroom,
go back to
yeah?
the landing. Yeah.
Just want to make sure that I've written that in the adventure sheet. Okay. A few steps past the unmarked door is another door that is unmarked. If you wish to try this one, turn to 98. If you wish to ignore that one and go on, turn to 374. So, two choices.
Well, I think we've clearly established by now I've got a thing for unmarked doors. So, let's give that one a go.
Okie dokie. 233. Just in case you want to use your one of your 2 remaining lifelines, which is the backtrack.
Yep.
And you've also got phone a friend, so you can ask anybody in the audience for their opinion. So, unmarked door, here we go. You open the door cautiously at first, but all you can see is darkness, so you swing it wide open. Aye! That's what it says. I'm just reading what it says. Aye! You scream out loud as a body tumbles forward on top of you. The body is that of an old man. Judging by the expression on his face, his death was not a pleasant one. You must add 3 fear points. You panic and run off around the landing. Oh, Abe, what did you do?
Oh no! Now I'm mildly concerned and vexed.
Mate, you are 2 fear points away from dying. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Teetering on death is what I do, baby.
I'm looking for teeth. Okie dokie. The landing turns right and a passage branches off. You may either turn left down the passageway and past a couple of doors before turning left again, or turn right following the landing.
Let's turn right.
Just want to add that. 374. Lovely. So we're going to turn right. Okay. You follow the landing round past a wooden door which bears the name Tutavilus. You may try this door, or straight ahead, the landing ends at a panelled wall and the passageway turns to the left. To follow the passageway round, turn to 175. So either enter the door named Tutavilus or go around the passage.
Hmm.
You still have 2 lifelines.
I'm going to follow the passage.
Okie dokie. Following the passage. The back passage. Okie dokie. You follow the passageway round the corner to the left. 2 doors face each other across the passage, and you may either try the door on the left to the Belial room, or the door on the right to the Abaddon room. Straight ahead, the passageway continues for a few meters before ending at an unmarked door, and we know how you feel about those. So, will you go into the Belial room, the Abaddon room, the unmarked door, or go back downstairs?
You know, I've got this little itch for more unmarked doors. Let's give it a go.
Don't forget, though, on your adventure sheet, you did add the note of Mordana in Abaddon with the reference of 88.
That is a good point. But I wonder if that's some sort of red herring.
We'll get no fucking help from me, mate.
Alright, we'll try Abaddon.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
You enter a bedroom which is lit by a single candle burning by the bedside.
Sheet.
What?
The sheet.
Oh.
It's still, yeah.
Oh. Mongo.
There you go.
You enter the bedroom which is lit by a single candle burning by the bedside. A heavy, musty odour hangs in the air. A minky, musky, foxy, stoaty smell, which could only come from all the plants which are standing in pots on the You know what my reference was, don't you? Anyway, the pots on the mantelpiece, bedside table, dresses, and shelves. Dressers, that's supposed to say dressers. Dressers. And shelves. Whoever used this room certainly liked plants, but another sight catches your attention and stops you in your tracks. Asleep in the bed is an old woman. Now, I know what you're thinking, Abe, but no, let's keep it clean, right?
Yeah. No option 4, I'm sad.
It seems that she has not seen or heard from you, because she's sleeping, obviously, or she has not moved since you entered the room. Do you wish to leave her in peace, walk over to her and wake her, or will you instead spring over and attack her before she can wake up?
I think I'm going to try and leave her in peace.
You boring bastard.
I'm trying to keep it PG.
Having explored most of the rooms upstairs, you decide to risk searching the ground floor. Follow the landing back round to the staircase and creep downstairs. You walk cautiously. You walk down the stairs cautiously, looking in every direction. There is no one about. In the hallway below, you may choose to try either a door on the left or a door on the right. Or you can walk up to the front door and open it. So left door, right door, front door.
Let's try the front door.
Are you sure? Would
Yeah.
you like to ask the audience? Well, no, you've asked the audience. Would you like to phone a friend?
No. No.
Okey-dokey.
I'm going to take my fate into my own hands.
Okay, so turn to 222. All the ducks. You grip the handle and turn it slowly and pull open the door. The noise of the storm raging outside becomes louder. You start walking through the doorway, but stop and gasp, your eyes frozen wide. Standing in the doorway before you is a hooded figure, but its face is not human. Instead, the head is that of a goat, and its mouth is red with blood, which is dripping on the ground. Its dead eyes stare vacantly upwards. The sight is terrifying, and you must add 3 fear points. You
God damn
slam
it.
the door in its face and turn around. So first things first.
I'm dead.
Well, you say that.
But I do have
You
a
s-
lifeline.
You have a lifeline. So
Yeah.
we can either add to this current score and kill you, or you can use your second lifeline and backtrack.
Let's backtrack. Let's do it again.
Okay, so the last choice was 132. You walk down the stairs cautiously, looking in every direction. There's no one about. In the hallway below, you may choose the door on the left, the door on the right, or the front door.
I'll take the door to the left.
front door again.
Yeah, see if it's any different this time around. Yeah, let's go left.
The door opens into a large but cozy drawing room. The dying embers of a warm fire burn in the hearth. Comfortable chairs are arranged around the fireplace. 2 glasses and a decanter stand on a glass-topped table. This sounds a little bit familiar, doesn't it, mate?
Mm-hmm.
Between the chairs. There are plants in tall stands on either side of the windows, and there is another door next to the one you came in. Do you wish to explore the room further, leave through the other door, or will you have a little tipple from the decanter?
Let's explore the room.
Okie dokie. Will you start by looking through the ornaments on the corner shelf, or will you examine the fire and the mantelpiece?
Look at the ornaments first.
At this 19. Okay. There are several delicate items of pottery and a few silver pieces on the shelf. One of the silver ornaments is a short dagger. and you may use this if you wish. It is rather too short is rather too short to be a really useful weapon, but nevertheless you may add 2 skill points if you use it in a fight. There is also a silver hip flask. If you have not already done so, you may take this flask and fill it with brandy. Now you may either examine the fireplace or leave the room. So first of all, before you make your choice, would you like to take the knife that adds 2 skill points?
Yeah, I'll take the knife and the flask. This is just a home invasion at this point, with me just stealing everybody's stuff.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I've got a van outside waiting to pick up all the paintings.
Boy, I wish, right? Imagine the price you'd get for those paintings.
Yeah, at least
hey,
tree
magic
fitty.
Paintings with what you say?
At least tree fitty.
I'm just having a little bit of a wet me whistle whilst we take this little break, and I'll just have a quick look at the chat, see what peeps are saying. Foxy Stoat seeks pig. Shut up, Eddie. Steve can't see this ending well. No, it's all right. He's doing pretty well. I mean, he nearly shit the bed earlier. If you didn't, well, you ain't got that lifeline now. You've used your backtrack, so you can't do that again.
Yep. Oh well.
Abdon was an evil thing in the Demonologist game.
I believe in Myth as well. He was also one of the Lords of Hell.
Well, is there a My Little Pony floating in it? What was that? What was that?
That
for?
would be the most terrifying demon you could come across.
So apparently, from Robert Harvey, Mammon is Lucifer's son. I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, there you go. King Dickard. That's what they call me. That was my name in high school, that was.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to set the dogs on Chainswell.
On him.
On him, yeah. Anvek, take care, buddy. Good to see you.
Aye.
It's a killer goat, the head of doom. Elemental MJ, pleasure to see you. Thanks for joining us. Oh, and don't forget, boys and girls. Where is it? Don't forget to do all the things and the stuff. Subscribe, notify, stick a thumb right up on in there.
Stick a thumb up your bum.
Have some fun.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Let's get back to the game. So you've picked up the hip flask and the knife with 2 skill points.
Mm-hmm. And the hip flask is full of brandy, right?
Oh, that's correct. Sorry, I should add that.
Just gonna turn that into a makeshift Molotov if needs be.
No, but isn't a Molotov supposed to smash? That's the whole point. It spreads the fire everywhere.
Yeah.
With that,
well, as long as the liquid spreads over a certain area of effect, it has the same outcome. Yeah.
I mean, why waste good brandy though?
Well, is it, or is it like Jesus juice? I mean, either way, it's going to be flammable. So.
Okie dokie. So, your choices are, you may now either examine the fireplace or leave the room.
Alright, let's have a look at the fireplace.
Okie dokie.
With this flammable object in my pocket.
Oh, do you know what? As well, I don't need to keep updating
No,
the sheet now, do I?
because I can't go back now.
You've used it.
No.
Yeah. No going back now, Sonny Jim Bob Milado. You've
Sonny Bob
shot your
Jim
bolt.
lad.
Okie dokie. Let's examine the fireplace. A fine carriage clock sits in the centre of an elaborately carved wooden mantelpiece. A number of letters are jammed in behind the clock, and you reach for them. As you do so, your sleeve catches on one of the carved images in the woodwork, and it moves. You lean forward to examine it. It's a small carved demonic face which can be moved sideways. Do you wish to see what lies behind the wooden face, or will you read through the letters?
Well, seeing as I'm seemingly in mortal peril, I'm going to stand here and read some letters.
Why? Because you're 2 points away from fear points away from dying.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't care. I'd like some decent reading material before I go.
Oh, there's no saying it's going to be decent, mate.
Well,
here we go then. The letters.
that's the adventure.
The letters are not particularly interesting. See, told you. Except for one from a foreign address, written in immaculate handwriting with a broad-nibbed black pen. Of course, it's broad-nibbed if it's black. It is addressed. It is addressed to the Earl of Druma, and appears to warn him of possible dangers. It starts by describing a raid of some sort on the writer's house and how he narrowly escaped being caught. It ends with a PS which says, "I also suggest you further protect yourself by changing the password on your own cache, or on your own cache room. I, for one, know it is Goathead." So that's the Earl of Druma's password for his cache room.
Right.
Goathead. Do you want to make a note of that by chance?
Yeah, can do.
There you go. Password Goathead. Oh, sorry, I should show you. Just for posterity. I added it in just there. Password
Nice.
Goathead. Lovely. Just so you know I'm not lying. How many others know the same? Why not change it to something which will remind you of the sound advice of a good friend? The letter is signed by Count Pravemi. You read through this again and replace the letter. Do you now wish to leave the room, or will you turn your attention back to the small wooden face on the mantelpiece?
Well, I'm in too deep now, Jack. Let's fondle the small wooden face.
Oh, you like touching faces. Here we go then.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Okay. Did you enter this drawing room from the hallway or the study? If you entered from the hallway, you take the door which leads into the study. If you entered from the study, you go back into the hallway. So, since you entered from the hallway, we'll go into the study. The room is a study. We just heard that in the last paragraph. Okay. The old leather-bound books line the walls, and the only source of light comes from a single candle burning on an antique desk. You walk over to examine the desk, which is made from beautiful wood and has brass-handled drawers. A piece of paper rests on a blotter. As you look at it, you are suddenly aware that something strange is happening. A large brown letter F is forming in the top left-hand corner. You gasp as the word "find" appears in child's handwriting across the top of the paper. For this, you must add 1 fear point. Slowly, the complete message forms. Find Shiku. Who or what is Shiku? You pick up the paper and move around the desk to see it more clearly in the light. But as quickly as it appeared, the message disappears. So, I'm afraid we're going to have to add one more fear point. So now you are pretty much you've shit your pants at this point.
The cusp of death, terrible. Let's make a note of that as well. The Fine Shaku. I mean, I doubt I'm going to be alive for much longer, but, you know, trivia.
Find Shiku. Okie dokie. So, your choice is before you now. Do you wish to look over the collection of books, or do you want to leave the room?
Well, I'm nearly dead, and I still have a thirst for knowledge, so let's do some more reading.
Okie dokie. The collection contains many invaluable first editions. Are you going to steal these as well, Abe?
I'm stealing everything in this house, Jack.
The collection contains many invaluable first editions and obscure works in strange languages. The Earl of Druma has a disturbingly large collection of books on black magic and many volumes on hypnotism. Do you want to look at any of them? If so, you will choose a book. If so, will you choose a book on black magic or a book on hypnotism?
Let's
You've
read
still
the one
got
on
one lifeline. Sorry, you still got one lifeline left. What was you going to say?
I'm going to go for the hypnotism.
Excellent. You pull out a heavy book with a large eye embossed on the spine. The cover has no title and you flick the book open. The frontispiece is an elaborately detailed drawing of a symbolic eye. You cannot help staring at the illustration, and as you do so, the dark pupil seems to glint as if it were made of glass. Shapes start to appear and faint sounds reach your ears. The sounds are screams of agony. The shapes in the eye are a contorted human face, racked with pain. Oh no! You shiver with fright as you look at the poor wretches, and you add 2 fear points. And I'm afraid, Abby, my baby, you have been scared to death. You have shit your pants, and this is where your adventure ends.
Hold on. I have a loophole.
Do you indeed?
I want to ask someone in the chat if I should be resurrected or not.
No, I'm afraid that this adventure in particular is over. How did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, the character was a bit of a pussy, though. He's like, ooh, a shadow! Woo! 2 fear points! God damn.
Yes, well, I think you did surprisingly well, though.
Yeah?
And what you saying in the chat, then, guys? How do you feel how Abe did for his first run through this book? We've I was planning on only taking this stream to 12 o'clock, but I am open to taking it a little bit further if you'd like to play again.
Yeah.
You want to play another game?
Yeah, why not?
Okie dokie.
Right, I'm going to take a little break first, though.
No worries, mate. You
I'll be back in a minute.
Yourself and be back when you're ready.
All right.
Well, I think that Abe has done extremely well on his first turn round. We'll go straight back to the beginning, and I'm going to delete all of these scores in here and anything. However, I am going to leave the notes in the notes section as that is allowed by the rules of the book. And I'm going to remove his lifelines, or say add them back now. So he'll have the three lifelines back. Ask the audience, backtrack, or phone a friend. And we will roll again shortly when Abe gets back. Just edit this quickly. There we go. Let's have a look at what you're saying in the chat. I wonder how AI would draw these descriptive rooms. No, it's not a bad show. Why not give it a go, Steve? Maybe we can do that now. Maybe I can... Nah, not right now. Not in the middle of a stream. I see quite a lot of interaction from Steve in the chat. Flaming Abe. Only on the weekends. Thought he gonna say had many books on thought he was gonna say had many books on blacks, then he's some spooky racist type. Yes, indeed. The resurrection card. No, unfortunately, no resurrection card for Abe. No, don't interact less. Please, by all means, keep it going. And so, since this stream has been going particularly well, I am delighted to be able to tell you that for the next 5 weeks, I actually have guests. Yes, I've pre-booked guests. So for the next 5 Thursdays, I will be streaming at the same time, 10 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time. That's about 4 p.m. Central in America. And so next week we will have our close friend Daramuth. If you don't know who Daramuth is, you can go and check him out on his channel. He has a Rumble channel where he mainly streams to, and he likes to promote Rumble more than anything, but he also has a YouTube channel, and he's also on Twitter as well, so please go and check him out there. Yeah, Steve knows Daramoose. Hello, Abe. Pleasure to see you back.
Yeah, I just want to say something quickly. God damn it, Steve.
So, I've taken the liberty of editing your adventure sheet. We will have to re-roll for your for your things, and I've left the notes in from your previous run.
Marvelous.
Because that's allowed.
Yeah.
So, to start a new game then, let's do this. I need you to roll 1d6. Do you know what? I just want to say that you went through that entire run without encountering any other people that you fought. You didn't get into one battle.
Yeah.
Those battles sometimes take a
That's the way I like it. I like to avoid people. So
unless
that was...
Go on.
No, that's just the way I like it, you know. In real life too.
I was going to say, unless they're scary goat people on the doorstep.
Yeah.
Make your khaki pants.
Goat people are fine. You know, they're pretty chill. They just eat grass, make noise.
Old ladies in their bed.
Poop everywhere. Yeah, old ladies, let them sleep.
Let sleeping dogs lie. Okay.
I wouldn't call her a dog.
So we're rolling for your
2.
skill. Not a very good score, I'm afraid. So that's
Nope.
An 8.
This is going to be my reckless run, I think.
Well, I mean, the thing is, the skill determines how well you do in battle, and what's more is I need to deduct 3 from that. So I'm afraid your starting skill is 5.
Jesus, I'm even lamer than last time.
Yeah. So can you roll 2d6 for your stamina?
Okay.
10.
Okay.
Okay. Plus
Not bad.
12. It's still not bad. It's
Not
just
bad.
2 less than you had before.
Yeah.
And now if you can roll 1d6, please. Oh. Shit out of luck now. And 1 more d6, please. 5, not bad.
Yeah, not
Can we
bad.
add 3 to that? You're 1 more than you was before.
Yeah. And I think my character's
So-
probably going to need it.
You could do better.
Yeah,
It is
we'll give it a
possible to
go.
do better.
Yeah.
Right then, so I'm not going to go through all of the main blurb again, but I will take you straight to the choices.
Okay.
So, will you wrap the door with the knocker, pull the cord, or creep around the house and investigate the light? Now remember, the last time you pulled the cord.
Mm-hmm.
You can still go that way.
Let's pull the cord again.
Okie dokie. Oh, and I will say that all of your lifelines are back.
Nice.
I just need to make sure that I'm making a track of where you've been. Okay. So, 275. You grasp the rope, pull the depths of the house, tinkling noise, yada yada. Turn to 357. A few moments later, the man comes to the door. He's like, come on inside, the master's expecting ya. Turn to 8. Okay, so you're on page 4, paragraph 8. So, last time you chose to study the paintings. In this turn, will you wait for your host to arrive, study the paintings, or hunt for a telephone?
Well, I already have the notes from the observations of the paintings from the previous run, don't I? So,
there are 3 paintings, and you checked 2 of them.
I think this time round, I'm just going to wait for the host to arrive.
Okie dokie. So we have been here before on this one, so 277. Someone is coming. Tall man you met earlier walks in. The heat of the fire makes you comfortable. Franklin's returns with 2 glasses of brandy. Will you relax and drink the brandy and ask if you can use the telephone? Or will you wait to see what he asks you? Chose to wait last time.
Jack, I've lived and I've died already. So this time round, I'm going to do it again. Let's drink the brandy.
Okie dokie. So you're going to relax and drink the brandy.
Mm-hmm.
The fire and the brandy warm you and you begin to feel more relaxed. You may deduct 1 fear point if you have any. That would have been helpful last time.
Yeah.
You
Notice
explain
it
to
says
the world.
you may deduct 1 fear. I opt not to.
I'm living on the edge. You explain to the Earl what happened on the road and that you would like to use his telephone to call a local garage. I'm afraid our telephone line came down tonight in the storm, he replies. We will have to have it repaired tomorrow morning. In any case, the garage would not come out at this hour, but don't worry, you are perfectly welcome to spend the night here. I'm glad of the company. Tomorrow, Franklin's will take you into town. Ah, here's Franklin's now. The butler comes in to announce that the meal is ready, and you both go to rise into the dining room. The dining room looks magnificent, yada yada. So, will you take the white wine or the red wine?
Let's try the white this time round.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna log it, 309. The white wine. The wine is dry and light, obviously a very expensive vintage. But there's a puzzling aftertaste which you cannot place. Perhaps there is a little sediment in the decanter. No, the taste is more like aspirin. But that's not going to do anything.
No,
Too late, you realise you've been...
Aspirin doesn't do this!
No, but it tastes like it. It doesn't necessarily make it aspirin.
Yeah.
Anyway.
This sounds more
late.
like the stuff you rub into your gums.
Gives you a numb face, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And all of a sudden you can
Too
dance
late.
for 8 hours straight.
Oh, remember the days.
Aye.
Anyway, too late. You realise your wine has been drugged. You start to raise yourself from the table, but the effects are already starting to take hold. You stumble, fall back, and crash to the floor. Consciousness fades. And so we're back in the place where we were before. You're tied up, you're bound and that, and you're going to try and get up and go over to the window and break the window with your glass. Break the glass and cut yourself free with the glass. You can test your luck or not.
Nah, I'm going to take a risk. Let's try and smash the window. Yeah.
Well, you're going to smash the window either way.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, but this time round, I want to risk massive blood loss.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
You grit your teeth and shove your bound hands against the window pane, rope first. Your first blow is not hard enough to break the glass, so you try again. This time, the glass shatters and some large pieces fall onto the floor, but your desperate action does not leave you unhurt. You receive a nasty gash on your wrist, so we deduct 2 stamina points and then turn to 317. So
there's nothing wrong with a bit of nasty gash, mate.
I know, I've had a few nasty gashes before. I'm sure we all have. So I'm afraid we've had to deduct your stamina down to 20.
Oh no!
Oh no! Okie dokie. Moving on. You cut yourself free and massage your wrists. We've been through this chapter before, so this time you look outside of the door and you can see that there's a balustrade. To your left, there are 2 doors in the corner of the landing, which runs along to the right. If you wish to go that way, turn to 287. And looking to your right, the landing runs past another door and turns to the left. Last time, you went to the left. And the other way is to the right. So which way would you like to go now?
Let's go to the right this time.
Okie dokie. A short distance further along the balcony, you arrive at a door with Azazel written on the nameplate. If you wish to try this door, turn to 358. If you would prefer to continue turning left and following the landing, turn to 229.
You know what? Let's try the door. Let's go meet a demon.
You've still got your 3 lifelines, so if ever you want to backtrack, you can do that. The door opens and you peer into the room. You quickly check that there is no one inside and are relieved to find it's empty, but it's full of clutter. It seems to be a crude scientific laboratory of some kind. A brass telescope points through the window towards the sky. Charts and mathematical tables are pinned to the walls. A human skeleton hangs from a hook, and a bench is covered with glass vials and apparatus. They look like priceless antiques, and they were probably all made in the last century. Do you wish to investigate the room further, or would you prefer to leave?
Sounds like my kind of digs. Let's investigate further.
You step into the room and close the door behind you. A squeaking noise from one corner makes you jump. Just checking to see if there's any fear points. But when you walk over, you are relieved to find that the squeaking comes from 3 rats in a cage. You keep your ears peeled. How do you do that? You keep your ears peeled for sounds of visitors as you investigate the contents of the room. Do you wish to look through the drawers, examine the liquids in the glass vials, or look through the cupboards?
Let's look through the drawers first.
Okie dokie. In a drawer underneath the bench, you find a few ornate letter openers. Perhaps they are someone's collection. You are particularly interested because they are strong and dagger-like. In fact, they could easily make dangerous weapons. You may take one of them if you wish and use it as a weapon. It will allow your skill score to increase to its initial value if you use it in a fight.
Alright, let's take it.
Oh, sorry, I'll put the sheet up. There you go. Knife plus in it. There we go. So now we turn to 385. Suddenly your ears prick up at the sound of footsteps coming closer. You nip into the shadows and wait. The footsteps stop outside the door and you can hear 2 voices talking. Hadn't we better ask the master's permission? One asks. Maybe you're right. Maybe we'd better get a light for the lamps. You breathe a sigh of relief as the footsteps disappear off in the direction you approached the room. You decide it's best to leave before they return, and you open the door on the landing. The safest way to go, it strikes you, is away from the 2 visitors who may return at any moment. If you approach this room from the left, turn to 229. If you came from the right, turn to 26. I can't think of which direction you approached from. I think you approached it from the right. I think so. But it's up to you. I'll give you the choice of either of those.
Yeah, let's go into it from the right then.
Okie dokie. Oh, I'll just make a note of it. 385. That way, if we've encountered it before.
Yeah.
There is another door a couple of meters upon the landing on the left. This is the door to the Mephisto room. If you and by the way, Mephisto is on Daramith's channel right now. in an interview. Anyway, Mephisto room. If you wish to enter, turn to 298. Otherwise, you may pass it and head down towards the 2 doors in the corner of the landing. Which would you rather do?
Yeah, let's go into the demon room.
The Mephisto room. Gonna get Mephisted.
Gonna get my fist down.
The handle turns and the door opens a little, but it is caught on something and will not open any further. Do you wish to try to force the door, or will you leave it and continue along the landing?
Force the door.
That's it. Give it a good nudge.
Oh, why?
Oh, aye. Give it a good old nudge. You heave the door with your shoulder. The wood creaks and it opens a little further, enough to let you into the room. It's small and bare and cold. Damp wind swirls through it, billowing the curtains. The window pane is smashed, and on the floor beneath it, the window is sodden from the rain. You look around, but there is nothing unusual in the room apart from a frayed length of knotted rope. You may take this with you if you wish, and leave. As you pull the door, you find a piece of glass wedged underneath it, which was making it stick. You turn left out of the room and continue along the landing. You want to take the rope?
Yeah, let's take the rope.
Okie dokie. It's good. Got some rope. Because we know what you like.
Oh, why?
Oh, aye. Okay, turn to 287. You walk up to the 2 doors in the corner of the balcony. The one on your left is named Balthus. We've been here before, haven't we?
Yeah.
The one in front of you has no name. If you wish to enter the Balthus room, turn to 299. If you would rather go through the other door, turn to 86. That's the one that you chose before. If you choose to ignore these doors and continue around the landing, turn to 193.
I'm gonna opt for the demon room again.
I'm glad you're playing a bit more risky this time.
Yeah.
So the Balthus room, here we go. The room you've entered is bare. Pinstriped wallpaper covers the wall. The hearth is set in the centre of one of the walls, and that's supposed to say walls. In the centre of one wall. And on the mantelpiece there is a small wooden box. Curtains are pulled together along another wall, but they hang awkwardly, bulging at unnatural places. Ladies, do you wish to investigate the bulging curtains, open the box on the mantelpiece, or leave the room?
Open the box.
What's in the box?
Let's do this.
What's in the box? Open the box on the mantelpiece. Okay. You walk up to the mantelpiece and pick up the box. A catch is holding it shut. But before you can open the box, a rustling from the window attracts your attention. Something is happening. You place the box back on the mantelpiece and walk over to the curtains. Turn to 236. Oh, your first battle. Love it.
Ooh.
From behind the curtains, a heavy blow hits you in the chest and knocks you backwards onto the floor. Lose 2 stamina points and add 2 fear points. Well, that was a bit of a shit turnout.
Yeah.
You pick yourself up quickly, and the curtain slides to one side. A human figure steps out. Its skin is a dirty green colour. Its eyes wide and stare at you, yet through you. Its jaw gapes open to reveal a mouth half full of rotten teeth. It wears ragged clothes and it is advancing slowly towards you. Resolve your fight with this zombie. Right, so the zombie has a skill of 7 and stamina of 6. So let's get your adventure sheet up.
I was just going to say, that description sounds like a lot of people on the council estates I used to grow up on.
They're everywhere, mate.
Yeah.
Absolutely everywhere. Skill 6, stamina. Sorry, skill 7, stamina 6. Right then. So, the ordin. Oh, hang on. Got to add 2 fear points. Was it 2? Double
2,
check.
yeah.
2 fear points and lose 2 stamina points. So I'm afraid you're down to 18 stamina.
Oh no.
So, the order of operations is you roll 2 for them and you roll 2 for yourself. And whoever gets the highest is the one who wins, or the one who wins that round. So roll 2 d6, please.
Okay.
3 and a 4. That's 14 for them. And if you could roll another 2 d6, please. 5 and a 3, giving you 13. So unfortunately, in that round, they struck another blow. So reduce your stamina by 16. Reduce it to 16. However, if you wish to test your luck, you can reduce that stamina score, or you can reduce that blow by 1 point.
No.
No? Okay.
No, I'll leave it.
So roll 2 d6 again, please. Oh. Roll it again, please.
God damn it.
A 5 and a 4. That gives them 16.
Okay.
And roll 2 for yourself.
Oh, god damn.
1 and a 3. Which I'm afraid that gives you 9. And we have to deduct another 2 points. Bring you down to 14. You can
These zombies,
test your
man.
luck.
They're bringing me down.
They're just normal men.
They're just normal dead men. They're innocent dead men.
So, would you like to test your luck at all?
Nope.
Okie dokie. Then roll again, please.
I'm pushing it as it is.
2d6 for your zombie friend, please. That's a 6 and a 4. Will you stop rolling so good for them?
I know, right?
And can you roll 2d6 for yourself, please?
Watch this be snake eyes or something.
Yeah. 11.
Yeah.
I'm afraid you've scored on that one. So we have to reduce your score again to 12. Would you like to test your luck?
Nope.
Okie dokie. Return to this, the rolling of the dice. 2d6, please. 2 and a 6.
Okay, that's doable.
And 2 for yourself, please.
But not with those kind of numbers. God damn it.
Yeah, it gets a bit difficult, doesn't it? You see what I mean? You can be doing so well going through the house, but then all of a sudden you get into a zombie battle and it's just cack.
Yeah, it's almost like zombies are a threat. Who'd have known?
Do you want to test your luck?
Nope.
Okie dokie.
No, let's just keep on going.
So 14 for them. And if you can roll another 2d6, please. 4 and a 2. That's 11 again. I'm afraid not, mate. reducing your score to 8. Would you like to test your luck?
I shall decline.
Okie dokie. Please roll 2d6 for the monster. That's better.
Ooh.
So you give them 11 this time.
This is where I get snake eyes.
Do it.
Oh.
Nice. So you
Nailed
definitely
them.
won that round.
Yeah. 1 round out of 6 ain't bad.
Well, luckily they have less than you. So, would you like to test your luck and try and inflict more damage?
Yeah, let's give it a go.
Okie dokie. Roll 2d6, please. Oh, is it? Hang on.
Is it?
It's fouled anyway.
Oh, damn it.
We're on 2, 3, 6, just for posterity, and I'm going to have to get these numbers in my head.
Yeah. It's alright, Jack. It's only the, sort of 1.5 episode.
Yes. Sorry, yes. So, if you can roll 2d6, please.
Okay. Still came out the same
A
anyway.
1 and a 6. Well, then
Yeah.
that means you won. You won that round. So,
Sweet.
that means that we can add an extra 1 damage to their score. So that brings them down to 3.
Nice.
Okay. Roll. Oh, and I've got to remove 1 from your luck score too.
Yep.
So roll 2d6 for the monster, please. 6 and a 1. It gives them 14. And roll 2 for yourself. 2 3s. That gives you 11. I'm afraid you lost that round. So would you like to test your luck?
Yeah, why not?
You gotta get 6 or below now with 2 dice.
Okay.
I'm afraid not, which means that we're going to reduce your score by another 1, and we've got to reduce your luck by another 1. So 2d6 for the monster, please. 3
Okay.
and a 1. And 2 for yourself, please. 5 and a
Ooh.
3.
Nice.
Excellent. So you struck a blow on them.
Lol.
So they have 1 stamina point left now. Would you like to test your luck and see if you can bring that down to kill the monster, or would you like to carry on without doing it?
Yeah, I'll test
Just keep in mind you've got to get a luck score of 5 or lower with 2 dice, and if you miss, your score will be down to 4.
Yep. Okay.
Okie dokie.
So it's 2d6.
2d6, please.
Balls.
Unfucking lucky. Okay, 2d6 for the monster, please.
Oh.
It's fouled. Could you do it again, please?
Oh, god damn it. That's showing 2 and 1 for me.
That's for the monster.
Yeah.
It's fouled again. I'm sorry. Could you do it again, please?
We're just going to keep doing it until it's invincible, aren't we? God damn it.
What's going on? Come here. So 14 for them. And roll 2d6 for yourself, please. Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, by 1 point. You can test your luck, though, and reduce the blow.
I'm going to call foul, though, because 2 of those rolls looked perfectly fine for me. 1 was 3, 1 was 4, but I'll test my luck anyway.
Okie dokie.
2d6.
Best of luck.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh. Nice!
Nice, sir!
Nice, sir, nice, sir!
So you reduced your damage by 1, and you've reduced your luck score to 3. So,
okay.
Roll 2d6 for the monster, please.
Okay.
Okay, that gives them 11. And then if you could roll 2d6 for yourself. 5 and a 1. Oh, they're both the same. So that round, no one has to do anything. However, you can still test your luck. And if you do, I will reduce the monster's encounter by 1 and kill the monster. However, if it's not less than 3 with 2d6.
I do like living dangerously, you know, Jack.
The choice is yours, and you've still got 3 lifelines. You can still you can't use the backtrack whilst you're in a battle. So you can either ask the audience or phone a friend if you want. What should you do?
I think we should ask the audience.
Okie dokie.
Test my luck or not?
Ask the audience. So, start a poll. Hang on, we need to dismiss this one. End poll. Should have done that earlier. So, start a poll. Test luck or not. So go for it in the chat, boys and girls. You know, test luck or don't test luck. Well, we've got 3 votes, and they are all saying that you should test your luck so far. Grandpappy, just so that you know, blurps are not enabled on this stream. It would be too complicated, and yeah, sorry.
Okay, I'm going to test my luck.
Okie dokie. You don't have to do what the chat says.
I know.
Okay.
Let's do this.
2d6. Oh, unlucky, mate. Unlucky.
Bugger.
Now, keep in mind, if they hit you, if they win on the next one, that'll be you out unless you can get a score of 2. Unless you get snake eyes on your luck. You will be dead on the next roll if they hit you. So roll 2d6 for the monster, please. 3 and a 1. That nearly fouled that did.
Mm.
Ooh.
Oh,
2 and a 6
nice.
for you. Excellent. So you've killed the monster.
I think you'll find I've just killed that thing that's already dead.
You did. You've destroyed it. You sent it back to the.
Where's my gold star? Where's my medal?
The good star.
Good star.
Well done, Abe. You successfully beat the zombie with 2 stamina points left to go, and you have 2 luck left to dice with. So congratulations.
Great.
We can still continue the journey.
Marvelous.
Marvelous. I'm not going to stop talking like that now.
What, just faux Japanese all night?
Just going to wet me whistle.
Alright.
Before
I'll do
we
the same.
carry on. Lovely. A lovely cold cup of coffee. Drink it up before it gets warm.
Oh, aye.
Oh, aye. Right then. So, you've got 2 simple choices on this page. You wish to leave the room or investigate the box on the mantelpiece that you picked up earlier, and then
I think I'll get back to what I was originally trying to do and have a little fiddle with this box.
Indeed.
And hope the pinhead doesn't appear. You opened the box and so we came.
We have such sights to show you.
Yeah, and I'm there with like 2 stamina just going, oh, for fuck's sake.
Just hook me up already. The box rattles when you touch it. There's something solid inside. You can undo the catch and open the lid. Inside you find a small key. You try the key in the door and it fits. The key turns and unlocks the door, allowing you to leave the room. You find you are in the corner of a landing and there is an unmarked door to your left. Hang on a minute, I don't remember you being locked in this room.
No.
Do you?
No.
That's weird. Anyway, if you wish to go through it, turn to 86. Straight ahead, you can see the main staircase leading downstairs. If you wish to go that way, turn to 193. So you can either go through the unmarked door on your left or go down the stairs.
No, I think we got more of this labyrinth to explore, so I'm going to go through the door.
We know how you feel about unmarked doors.
I love them, mate.
Better than you do about unmarked cars. The door opens into a narrow passageway which ends at a window. There is a door halfway along the left-hand side, and a sign identifies it as the Diabolus room. If you wish to try that door, turn to 13. If you wish to investigate the window instead, turn to 110. If you are not keen to do either and would prefer to go back through the door and continue along the landing, turn to 193. Now, last time you investigated the window, and if we look at the Dubri Firkin, it said Mordana in was it? Yeah, Mordana in Abaddon, and the reference number was 88.
Yeah.
So, if you wish to try the Diabolus room, okay.
Let's go see if there's any demons in there. Demon rooms all day from now on. 2 stamina.
Okie
Let's
dokie. Go. You step into the room and close the door behind you. The room is empty and you heave a sigh of relief. Falling back against the door, you catch your breath. Will you rest in this room? Now, remember, there were some hints on play at the beginning of the session. Sometimes you can rest and you may regain some stamina. You may regain some stamina. You might not. So just be aware of that. Or you can try the window as a means of escape.
No, I'm ready to die at this point. Let's test the window for a means of escape.
Okie dokie. You walk over to the curtains and part them slowly. Outside, the storm is raging. Thunder rolls across the sky and the rain rattles against the window. The window is barred. There is no way out here. A soft voice is calling your name. You leap back against the wall while across the room a strange shape is forming. A human figure is passing through the very wall itself and entering the room. At least, the figure is almost human, but its head is missing. As it materializes before you, the voice becomes clearer. It comes from a head that is carried not on the apparition's shoulders, but in its hand, which hangs down at its side. The sight is horrible, and ghostly blood drips on the carpet from the severed head. You must add 2 fear points.
Oh,
Will
no.
you stay? Will you stay to hear what the ghost has to say, or run from the room?
Well, just like in real life, if I were to ever meet a ghost of any sort of description, I'd just be fascinated and just want to talk to them.
And me.
Yeah. So I'm going to say, "What's up?" to the ghost. Yeah. See what they got to
let's
say.
just log that. 168. The disembodied head speaks. Prepare yourself for death, miserable mortal, it gloats. For the evil that is in this place cannot be escaped. The House of Druma has drawn you here for one purpose. Before the night is out, you will join me and my companions in the Netherworld. Our fate will be yours. You will forever haunt the place that has caused your death. With these words, a mocking laughter fills the room. The apparition turns back through the wall, and as it does so, the laughter fades, but the fright will give you two more fear points. Add these to your total and leave the room. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to add 2 more points to your fear score. So
These characters are absolutely bitch made, man.
Well, this one is. I mean, it's the House of Hell. What do you expect? It's some dude who was on his way to like a work meeting in the morning and like he's driving his car. You know what I mean? He's drenched right through to the skin, and he's talking about, you know, silly old men at gas stations and stuff.
He's just got absolutely no scientific curiosity whatsoever. Scared of his own shadow.
Just an ordinary man. Just
an innocent
man. Okie dokie. You leave the Diabolus room and are standing once more in the narrow corridor outside. Do you wish to turn left to investigate the window, turn to 110, which is where you went previously, or would you rather return to the landing and follow it round?
Yeah, let's follow it round. See what delights awaiting us. Something wonderful, I'm sure.
A short distance further on, you come to the top of the main staircase, which leads downwards. Immediately opposite the staircase is an unmarked door.
Oh!
Do you wish to go downstairs, try the unmarked door, or will you continue around the landing?
Do you know what? As this is a reckless run, I'm gonna go round the landing again.
Interesting, okay. A few steps past the unmarked door is another unmarked door. Oh, you're getting hard.
I'm getting tempted now.
Your nips getting really hard. You're gonna. Oh.
Yeah,
So-
I'll show you on camera afterwards, Jack. It's
Oh, I love those meetings.
I'd just be there
So-
like unmarked doors. Mm. We're just
So-
normal men, Jack.
I am a normal man. I don't know about you.
Okay, well, I'm an innocent man.
So,
Yeah. I mean, I've nicked everything in this building so far, so...
well, you did on the last run. You've hardly had a chance this time.
I know, I need to do some pilfering.
So, would you like to try this unmarked door, or ignore it and go on?
I'm gonna go on this time.
The landing turns right and a passage branches off. You may either turn left down the passageway and past a couple of doors before turning left again, or turn right following the landing. Now, you have been down that direction before, turning to the right, going down the landing.
I'm gonna turn left.
Okie dokie.
Be funny if it gets to the point in which it's like, you turn left. Would you like to turn left again? And again? And again? Aren't you just running round in a square?
That's a shitly designed house. You are standing by two doors and each has a nameplate. Ahead of you is the Asmodeus room. You may try this door, or to your right is the Eblis room, which you may enter by turning to 125. Or you can continue to follow the corridor until it turns left by turning to 252.
Let's try the Asmodeus room.
Excellent. Oh, dearie me.
Tits.
Tits. You try the door of the Asmodeus room. It is locked, but the key is in the lock. You turn it and step into a dimly lit room. A single candle is burning on the table on the far side of the room in the front of the window. Two packing crates have been turned upside down to make seats on either side of the tables, and there is no other furniture. Your ears prick up at a shuffling sound behind you, and you wheel round towards the door. A loud cry comes from behind the door, and a man with thick white hair launches himself at you. He is dressed in a long white robe, or a long robe of a dirty grey colour. Not a white robe, dirty grey colour. And before you can avoid him, he is on top of you. Oh no. Add one fear point. Resolve your battle with him.
Oh no, old
So we've got to
man.
So we've got to add one fear point. So you're one fear point away from dying now. And the skill is 7 and the stamina is 9.
Isn't the guy I'm looking for to escape the place also in grey?
A grey robe. I remember that from last time, yeah.
Yeah.
So, the usual state of play. You may roll 2 dice for the monster first.
Oh, no, that's 1. That's 2.
A 1 and a 4. That's not bad. 12. Give me a second. And then if you can roll 2 for you. 1 and a 5. Which gives you 11. Unlucky. So, look mate. You can test your luck and see if you get snake eyes. Or you can accept your fate and you can die here. Now, in this room.
Let's see who's in the chat.
Okie dokie. You're going to use your lifeline, is that what you mean?
I think so, yeah.
Okie dokie.
I'm gonna leave it down to, and you may not be surprised by this. Can you guess?
Yeah, you're going to ask Crimson.
No.
What do you reckon, Daily?
Daily dysfunction. What do you think I should do?
Let's see what she's saying. What are you saying, Daily? Are you there? Let's do a seance. Daily, are you there? Should he test his luck or not?
Bearing in mind,
She might not be.
I either die or somehow magically roll snake eyes.
He's got you pegged. Peg him back. Awesome.
I think that's an endorsement.
I think it is. So you're going to test your luck and see if you get snake eyes?
Yep, let's give it a go.
And roll 2d6, my friend.
Oh,
you couldn't have got
shocker.
a fucking worse score. Oh my god.
Oh no! I got
Well,
killed
I'm
by an old
afraid
man.
That is where...
Terrible.
That is where your journey ends.
Imagine that. I fight some zombies and I managed to survive that, but an old man somehow overpowers me.
And I'm afraid that is also going to be the end of the stream, the end of the session.
Died.
So you died twice, but you got pretty far through the house. So I'm very proud of you, mate. You did,
Well, thank you very much.
A very good job.
That does actually mean a lot, Jack. Thanks.
I mean, I've played this book several times. Obviously over the years, and it's not easy to get through. As you mentioned, the house is quite a labyrinth, so you're just constantly going round, doors on the left, doors on the right. There are rooms that you haven't even been in yet, mate, that are just wild and out there. So hopefully you'll be able to come back and play again. Maybe not this game, maybe another game. But I would love to have you back. Doors to the
left of me, doors to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with an old man, apparently.
On top of me.
In a house full of rooms named after demons, and I get took out by an old man.
You survived the zombie attack only to get raped by an old man. Yeah. OP old Yin. You died to bend over, apparently.
Yeah, apparently so, yeah. Yeah, he gets everywhere, so.
Damn it indeed, Abe. Damn it indeed. Well,
yeah.
Like I said, mate, you did extremely well, and I'm very proud of you. And I'm so glad to have had you as a guest on the show this evening, to have you on the maiden voyage of this stream.
Yeah, glad to be here.
What's the final score? 2-0 to the house.
The house 2, me 0.
Sorry, I'll just. Oh no, I'm not going to go back to the adventure sheet now. But nevertheless, have you enjoyed yourself, mate?
I have indeed.
Good. Well, I hope this encourages other people to come on as well.
Well, it's been years since I've played anything like D&D, and it's been even longer since I've played a choose-your-own-adventure type story. And having this neat little blend of the two aspects, yeah, it's been fun.
Do you like the format of the show as well?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
It works, right?
Yeah.
The Dungeoneer has been great. You didn't see that on Nightmare, did you?
Hey.
For those of you at home who don't know, Nightmare was a like a dungeon crawler game that was on the TV, where it was usually for school kids. They would, there'd be three sitting in the sort of like control room, and one Dungeoneer with a helmet on. They couldn't see anything, and the three helpers had to guide them through this sort of CG world.
Yeah.
It was like the studio where the Dungeoneer walked around. That was all green screen, and so anything that the helpers could see back in the that area, the castle area.
I remember one clip of the show that was totally emblematic of the whole thing. Was the guys walking around in the world of Nightmare, and the helpers are like, okay, turn left. No.
Your other left.
Other left. Okay, take 3 steps. No. That's too many steps. Now you're stood in front of a demon.
If you can actually go and see episodes of Nightmare on Dailymotion. I don't know if you know about the video sharing site Dailymotion, but they have a whole bunch of them that have been recorded and put up on there. So it's kind of like YouTube, but a little bit more free. So yeah,
that was a great show.
It really was. I mean, we were nerds as kids, so we loved it anyway.
Yeah.
Someone spying on me, red eyes. Yeah. Oh, and that was it as well, wasn't it? As the sort of life force ticked down, like bits would fall off the Dungeoneer's avatar.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody in the chat and to Abe. And thank you to everyone in the chat. We've had Crimson Shadow, we've had Steve, Legatus has been here, Anvek was here earlier, Daily Dysfunction, of course, we can't forget her, Grand Pappy, Bjorkus, who else? We've got Abe, don't know who he is, Story Bouquet, we haven't even said hello to them. Hello. Pleasure to see you and thank you for joining us. And to everyone who joined us this evening, a very big thank you from myself and Abe. Tell everybody where you're going to be.
The next thing I'm going to be on is Beelzebub this Saturday morning. That's going to be 7 a.m. GMT. Then after that, it's going to be Anime After Dark, which will be Saturday night.
For us.
Yeah, for us. For us in real time.
in the real world. On proper time.
Yeah. Proper time. Then after that, I'll be around on, I think, Tuesday for games on Tommy's channel.
Right.
And then the Wednesday Chinwag.
Excellent. Well, Abe.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure having you here, and thank you again so much for being my guest adventurer today. I'm going to say
a pleasure.
Goodbye to you now, and to everybody in the chat. So, thanks for joining me, Abe.
Yeah, it's no problem. Anytime.
Take care, buddy.
Ta-ta.
And you can join me on Tuesdays on my YouTube channel for JTL Plays Vice City. And you can find me on Twitter at JackTarLad. You can find me on Rumble with the same name, JackTarLad, and on YouTube and all my socials. On Wednesday, I will also be on Tomby's Chinwag, the midweek Chinwag. 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 I've still got that voice jamming going on because I can hear myself. But nevertheless, thank you all for joining us. And next week, next Thursday at 10 o'clock, we have as guest adventurer Daramuth. So please come and join us again for another episode of Read and Roll. Until then, take care. Have a good night.
I think you like